Welcome to Kid in a Sweet Shop. Today I am at GTO Engineering. GTO Engineering is one of the UK's most prestigious Ferrari specialists. And today I'm going to be looking at one car. And that's because GTO normally restore cars, but this one they've made. Meet the Ferrari 250 short wheelbase Revival. And who better to talk about the car than the founder of GTO himself, Mark Lyons. How are you, Mark?
I'm good, thanks, Jodie.
Lovely,
and you?
I'm
and
very
you?
good. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
So basically, such a beautiful, such an iconic car. What was the inspiration to go from kind of restoration to build?
Well, I think we'd restored and we'd race maintained and concours prepped many original cars.
Yeah.
We worked on a third of all the cars that ever were built.
Unbelievable.
And we got to the stage where we'd done a lot of spare parts for these. Mm-hmm. We'd made new engines, we made new gearboxes, we made new suspension. Mm-hmm. And it was like, why don't we build a whole car?
Not being rude, it takes some balls, especially to do such a legend, because you've got your real kind of purist fans that will be like, oh, if you haven't got matching numbers and things like that, you know, it's quite brave.
Yeah, but we've never tried to ever pretend that the cars we build are an original car.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different thing. And we're helping people to enjoy the greatness of this icon who can't afford it, who maybe don't want to have one car that's that much money in their garage.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you know, they just think, well, a car that's 10, 15, 20 million pounds, that's crazy.
Yeah. Can you tell me, take me through the whole process from ground up? I would love to see it.
Okay, I'll try.
Go on then. So this is my, if I can get it right, this is a California Spider.
Yeah, short wheelbase California Spider.
Ah.
I think we sold 4 now.
This is the first one.
Yeah. So this is a bit...
I kind of want to put a screw in or something. Yeah. So basically in here, chassis comes in, everything gets put in.
Yeah.
And then finally makes its way to this end and out the door.
Yeah, there's a big testing process because, you know, we do probably 400 or 500 miles in every car.
Well, I'm just so excited. And I suppose the real test is that I was very lucky to drive a 250, an original. Not this one, I wish I did. If the keys are in it, I'll be off. So I want to get in it now. I want to try it. I want to see what you've done because it's just brilliant. It really is. I'm very excited.
Okay,
right, so hand over the keys.
They're in the ignition.
Come on then. Here we go. I'm going to put on the ignition. Push. Lovely. And we're off. We are off. Right. The 250 short wheelbase Revival. I mean, the initial thing is that noise of the engine. It's such a famous engine, that Colombo V12 front engine, just a really successful racing engine. It was in all of the 250s. That beautiful humming noise it makes. Yes! Oh yes! Woo. So this 250 Revival is a 3 litre, which pushes out about 260 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. GTO Engineering do other engine sizes, so you can have the 3.3, you can have the 3.5, or you can have the biggest that they do, which is a 4 litre. This is a 4-speed gearbox. I'll get up to 4th now. But you can get 5, which I highly advise if you're going to go for the 4 litre, just because you'll kind of run out of revs. and they basically tailor it to you. So, you know, I'm really tall, I'm 6'2", and so I have problems getting in the original just because my legs are so long. So GTO have changed the steering wheel, they've changed the seating for me, and they're kind of designing the car around me, which is so lovely, so I can fit and drive and be happy and not worry about that I'm going to get cramp or something like that. You can get like loads of different options. I mean, they even do a USB port. Absolutely brilliant. USB port. You can have air conditioning, but we don't in this one. And it is the hottest day of the year. But who cares? I don't care, getting hot and sweaty. One thing that these cars do not have is any driver's assist. So when you're going around these corners, you feel like you've got the whole weight of the car in the wheel, which you do. My hands are getting so slippery, I'm like slipping around the wheel. Whoop, whoop. This is why you need gloves. In the old days, everyone drove with their fingerless gloves. Nowadays, we don't need it. We've got heated steering wheels and things like that. Not in this car, especially when it's up 30 degrees outside. That lovely lady there, she just waves, and it's just it's something that these cars do, that they just bring enjoyment to people. They're giving us mere mortals that can't afford cars like this the chance to see them, because so many people that have the real ones will be kind of wrapped in cotton wool in garages, and you can only ever really get to see them at events. And so to actually see one driving on the street, everyone just stops and they're like, oh, look, you know, so it just makes people smile. And I love that. I tell you what. It's shouty. Shouty engine. It's an utter beast. I love this V12. I love Ferrari V12s. Nothing beats them. So the original 250 short wheelbase GT was hailed by Sir Sterling Moss as the greatest GT car ever. And the colourings of this car, which is that beautiful Ferrari blue with the white spots, are based on his race car. I can never get tired of that noise. So it feels tight actually. Of course you have a bit of play in the steering wheel, but the suspension feels much tighter than the original 250 that I drove. But I suppose this is, you know, a new engine. It is a new car, so that's why it feels a little bit tighter. But it's got that amazing floatiness that the kind of cars from that era create. But, you know, really quite responsive. Handling's great. I mean, I'm not on a track, so I'm not throwing her into corners like I normally would. But so far, so good. Getting cheeky. I mean, this just makes driving so much more fun, and, you know, driving is like a chore to most people, but it can be so incredibly joyful, especially in a car like this. Ah, look at that. Sun shining, not a cloud in the sky. So beautiful. Just can't think of anything nicer than a hot sunny day. Beautiful green English country roads. That roar of that incredible engine. Driving an utter legend that is the Ferrari 250.